about eating a mushroom?
It's getting really hard to hear you.
I'm gonna take the last bit of the alcohol that Violetta handed me, and I'm just gonna splash John in the face.
All right.
Oh, that get in your eyes? Oh.
John falls to his feet and starts crying.
Oh no.
Well, that. I think I preferred the dancing.
We have reached 100% Kiss Boy density after they attack each other.
Then tell me everything you believe may have occurred.
You ever heard of the ass snake?
I don't know.
He said ass snake.
I don't know what they preach where you come from, mortal, but that's not actually a problem. We don't really care. That's, whatever keeps being alive joyful, you keep being alive joyful. That's not my concern.
That I would be among a band of misfits. Unfortunately, I missed that train, but I'm here now. On an adventure. My abilities include licking my butt and stretching. That's all.
You will come in most handy.
I don't need hands to do that.
You want some Zaza?
What's a Zaza?
Memory and the form, physical or otherwise, of the Internal Revenue Service.
I'm gonna kill the IRS. I'm gonna justice the IRS.
My kind have a very particular set of laws on violence. We call it our terms of service. Despite what my terms of service.
So they're going to work on an item that will permanently maintain that spell for you, or some other long-term solution.
I was gonna say, damn, they trust Death Lord to not just pop that shit off like Lord of the Rings style. Yeah, that's a lot of trust in a teenager.
Well, they haven't mentioned the fact yet that they're probably going to implant a spike in his heart or something with the effect on it.
Yo, Chainsaw Man mode.
All right, so
pull the rope to get the uncle out. Actual chain Uncle Man.
You've seen the man from Uncle. But now the uncle from man.
From the man. Good Lord.
I mean, when we say the pants are tight, the thing is, like, how, like, I'm thinking about, like, the materials that would be used to make pants and how tight they physically could be. And can we just turn him upside down and
Let the problem sort itself out.
let gravity do its job? Because, like, in a world without elastic, pants can only be so tight and still, like, let you walk.
That's wise.
I watch too much YouTube about historical clothing.
It is Paramere, and the pants are pretty tight.
Oh my
like-
god. Do not type lead pants into Google. You are not going to get a search that is going to be my goodness, that's a big thing. Jeez.
Well, now I want to.
Okay, there's a hunter's mark on him. Spend that inspiration and go ahead and drop that spell in the chat.
I don't have any.
Yeah, you do.
It's okay.
You have
I
one.
do?
Yeah, you have one from chat. You can burn it.
Friendship.
Yeet.
Okay, so he has to succeed on a strength saving throw. He's a pretty strong guy.
Well,
Not
you know
one.
what?
Fuck it.
What if you don't?
Oh.
What if you don't?
She's the most powerful wizard in history.
I can't believe I'm using my last legendary resistance on a freaking level 2 spell.
Ariana's the goat.
Okay, legendary resistance, right? If you have a gate open, it's a two-way street. Remember the 5th of November, the convoluted Ioth Academy plot. I can think of no reason why this narrative treason should ever be forgot. Hi, I'm Tormented by Gnomes. I am your game master, and I am running episode 181 of Book of Dawn Ioth Academy, joined tonight by Leg Day and Lemon Kiwi. Legs, what's new with you? How are things?
I can tell what kind of mental faculties I have, but when you said, hi, I'm Tormented by Gnomes, I waved.
I want to be part of it, you know?
Yeah, that's how things are going in my Leg Day brain right now.
That's me.
I may make some poor decisions, apparently. I don't know who I am.
Do any of us really?
That's deep.
Is there any way of, if your consciousness died every single millisecond and was instantly replaced with an identical consciousness that had all of your memories, would you have any way of knowing?
Like
if the brain does,
has to say about this.
If consciousness isn't a constant state, if it's something the brain does and it's a series of tiny flashes, and so you're only actually conscious for one frame of reality, and then that you is gone, replaced by another you instantaneously, you'd have no way of knowing that.
Oh, I'm gonna stay up tonight thinking about that.
You never have to worry about being your best self because you haven't been any of your other selves just yet, so you're always going to be your best self.
Your Honor, I did not kill that guy. That was me yesterday, and that man is dead. I mean,
not
me
guilty.
yesterday.
Thank you,
also,
Your Honor. I won't do it again.
Not that I did in the first place. Lemon, what's going on?
Iris, they got me in the first half, but then I am good now. So Iris no longer got me.
All right.
Which is a good thing.
Good.
Now I'm here to cause chaos, which would have been way worse if I would have had an $800 hole in my wallet.
Oh my god. If that was the case, I might have been like, guys, I'm sick tonight. I can't run tonight.
I must do war crime.
$800 hole in a continent.
Yeah.
It's like there's got to be some cannon here I can ruin.
Forest.
Crone is not with us tonight. He is working.
Ooh.
You know, paying bills in this economy, no one's going to slight the man for that. When last we left our heroes, absolutely nothing significant insofar as lore is concerned happened. If I recall correctly, you spoke with Dakra, and she refused to see your side of things. Previously, Conscare spoke with Mason and refused to see his side of things. A lot of please reconsider, okay, no, then I'll kill you going on. And our heroes inadvertently learned that Despair's Herald is still bodiless after being voided in Onderud. His current plan sounds like he plans to merge with Naomi and Alexander.
So he's like a floating spirit somehow?
Yes, he's disembodied right now.
Yes, officer, that's the Infernal trying to merge with a little girl.
FBI this one.
Hey, can we talk about the child murder first? Hey, officers! I don't know.
And like normal possession is different than what he's trying to do, because don't ghosts possess people all the time?
Ghosts possess people all the time. I don't know if you know too many of the details of what it is he's trying to do.
Like an Arcana check just to be like, what's...
Sorry, I'm the world's biggest Giga Nerd. Yeah, go ahead and roll for being the world's biggest Giga Nerd.
You can
like, what's the...
discover
like,
Alex is a Horcrux or some shit.
Yeah, like, what's the... all right, drop the...
I want this guy's name, address, social security number, and how long his cock is right now.
Look, his cock is. What does he plan to do with that little girl?
I need the
Tell me right now.
Officer.
Officer, what is he gonna do? While he does that, I'll fix my desk. Sorry, chat.
So it's just you and me, chat. As a natural 20 and a desk malady has left you with just good old Athalor. And well, I imagine Gnome says they're going come up with some bullshit right now. So I'll be here to tide us through the evening while Gnomes make something the fuck up. Welcome back.
Is he coming? Is he coming back?
Yeah, he's gonna come back with a Pepe Sylvia whiteboard.
Oh my god, that's what James did, bro. He's like, I knew I should have canceled today.
I'm gonna need my I'm gonna need my makeup juice right now. This is my thinking juice.
My thinking juice.
And he's muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't actually muted. The noise gate just didn't catch my. Okay. Because it was too hopeless and breathy.
Is that natural 20 your Despair's Herald?
After the one I got last time.
All right. When Boreas was obliterated by a sphere of annihilation, he ceased to exist, and his mantle of power was annihilated, and his soul was also annihilated. When Myrick was placed in an iron flask and dropped into a sphere of annihilation, Myrick was annihilated. At this time, you are aware of two entities that have been in direct contact with the sphere of annihilation and not been annihilated. One of those is Alexander. And the current operating theory is that he used the book somehow to survive. Its powers are fairly limitless. It breaks a lot of the rules. I mean, they have limits, but in terms of the ways they can be applied, it's likely the book had something to do with him surviving. And physically entering the void. Not coming back, though. Him coming back is probably the work of Seosh for some reason. The other entity that survived is Despair's Herald. His body was annihilated, but his soul, his essence, was not. It's not entirely clear why this is the case, except that you rolled a natural 20 and got a total of a 33.
It's perfectly clear why this is the case.
The Herald's existence is maintained externally from himself. He is the result of a curse. An extremely powerful curse that, even if he was annihilated, recreated his unique pattern in reality. However, it did not recreate his body, his physical form. So immediately after being annihilated, he was not unannihilated, but recreated. Which is oddly fitting for the conversation we had about states of consciousness earlier. Without a body, he cannot cast spells. He cannot physically move himself. If he possesses somebody, he can. Athalor is I believe, a proponent of one of the longer suspected theories of what the Herald actually is. You overheard him say 1 becomes 3 becomes 5, or 5 becomes 3 becomes 1 in either direction.
Both of those.
Yes. This suggests that the Herald is an amalgamation. Not one creature, but multiple souls fused together. Which may have something to do with the fact that the Herald's name doesn't seem to have any power. It's a title. It's called the Herald. That's not his name. If he is an amalgamation of 3 beings, and he's conducting a rite with Naomi and Alexander, whereas possession is a temporary form, possession or channeling, which is like voluntary possession, where a spiritual entity or a supernatural entity inhabits your body and can wield its power through you and exert control over you. This rite is meant to fuse them permanently, meaning that Alexander would not be possessed by the Herald. Alexander's body would become the Herald's body. And Naomi's soul and Alexander's souls would both be added into the amalgamation, the synthetic essence that is the Herald. So TLDR, using Alexander as the raw material to create a new form for himself. And using his soul and Naomi's soul as the power to run that operation.
So they would share, like, is this like a multiple personality thing where they would all get to control
No, the
a
Herald
body?
doesn't have, even if the Herald is an amalgamation of entities, the Herald has a single will.
Oh.
This ritual there would be one entity that resulted from this. Or at least they would act as a single entity. No infighting. No 2 ogre heads arguing with each other.
Okay.
You would also know it is likely that Alexander's body as it currently stands is not an adequate vessel. And so some sort of transmogrification or change of his body is going to be part of this intended ritual.
Based on, so why would is it because he's human or like a
Yeah.
teenager or
It's because he's
power
mortal.
thing?
He's mortal.
Oh, okay.
It's just a mortal frame. So the
Do we know anything
ritual.
about the capacity to destroy a soul?
What was that?
Do we know anything about destroying souls?
Yeah, you've done it before. Sphere of Annihilation normally does it.
For, like, non-corporeal beings?
For non-corporeal beings, if you can imprison it in a soul cage and then throw it into a Sphere of Annihilation, that usually does it. If you'd like to research unraveling a soul, you may certainly do so. That will involve some reading, and that kind of stuff is not going to be found in the student libraries. That's going to be in the vaults of the Spire, or in some of the nastier stuff Tarselmore wrote down, that kind of thing.
Because when you kill like a ghost or a wraith or that shit, that doesn't get.
Most of the time they dissipate. Most of the time that does kill them, and they are sort of recycled back into the cycle, or just lost, depending. Ghosts often can't be killed unless the reason for their existence is solved. A lot of ghosts exist because of some unresolved trauma, incomplete quest, something like that. And that acts almost as a curse that keeps them from being destroyed.
So if we were to find him in his non-physical form, ghost form, we could just kill him like we would any other ghost?
No, because he should have been voided. But because he now exists like a ghost, that means something is recreating him. His actual essence is a curse, a literal curse. And unless that curse is broken, despair never dies.
I think that maybe the easiest thing to work with here is to break the peripheries of his little plan. And I think unraveling Naomi's soul is probably the easiest target, given that it seems to constantly follow Garnet around and fuck with her.
Or killing Alex. That's the whole plan, right?
I mean, Alex has evaded us for about a year now, whereas Naomi turns up a lot more.
Okay, I don't know if she's gonna unravel unless I die, and I'm not keen.
I'm thinking more like we look into how to unravel a soul rather than, figure out her. Maybe you just have to apologize to her. Maybe that would
Oh,
fix her
sorry for
reason
killing you.
staying.
Yeah, that'll roll over real well.
Yeah.
Hey, girlfriend.
So
Sorry I
I'm
murdered
thinking-
you in your sleep. Are we cool?
Hey, girly.
Bestie.
Had the wrong idea about you, or maybe it was right. I still don't know, but hey, we cool, right?
But maybe more of a classic unraveling, well, classic deep magic unraveling rather than, solving the unresolved trauma of Naomi or killing Alex. Both are good. Both are difficult. One you've been trying to do for a while.
Hmm.
We haven't got too far.
Well, seems that from that dream we were in with Dakra, when I was having a bit of a crash out,
Small ones. Tiny.
Small little, yeah. You know what? It happens.
These things
Nothing
they
bad
happen all the time.
happened out of it. But do you see that like weird, like seed? It like something flew at her. I don't know if that was maybe a metaphorical description from gnomes, but or maybe you don't remember. But it was described as like somewhat like dark energy seed that like flew at Dakra, and I'm like wondering if there'd be a way to track her better. Because we're trying to maybe find her so that we find Alex. I mean, I guess we could just scry, but I imagine she'll, yeah.
Yeah, most void wielders are pretty heavily shrouded. Remember that she told you about the Dragon God Orn's horde, and that you have spies. Like, no game time has passed yet, unfortunately, for this to develop, but you have people looking for weird currency.
DM
and I
question.
think you heard there was some to the south of the Kara Wastes. Yes.
You described both Boreas and Myrick as being dispatched of in essentially the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Does Myrick have an associated mantle of power as the Silver Dragon God?
Yes.
Okay, we know how to destroy those.
We know how to. We know. We've also got a little bit of experience of making mantles of power, but maybe that's the kind of thing that
I would definitely lure him out if we went and fucked with his mantle.
Well, Merrick's dead. You don't have to worry about him anymore. He's gone.
No, but it would
The,
definitely lure
Herald's mantle?
Dakra.
Oh, Dakra.
that too.
Oh, yeah, true.
It would
true,
lure
true.
Dakra, and also the mantle was a potential like recipient for the Herald. That seems like it could handle all of the Herald's malice power.
So Merrick's mantle didn't get voided with him?
It did. No, it did.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought it was a separate thing. So we're going to Harold's mantle then?
I'm just saying that like when we had to do it for Boreas, it's because like there was essentially an empty seat at the table because we destroyed both the person and the power. So that there might be an ability to essentially remake Merrick's Mantle of Power before it became an asshole.
Orn's Mantle of Power.
Yeah, that's the one. Orn. But I don't know if that's relevant to the current conversation. I was just thinking about it from what you said before.
Yeah.
I will also tell you that a dragon god is definitely more powerful than Boreas. Because Boreas was like 1/4 of a Titan.
Yeah. And I imagine the ingredients are a little bit less I wouldn't say easily findable, but
it's a
even
big
more
project.
difficult.
I mean, Boreas's mantle was like, I don't know, a year of game time, 6 months of game time or something. It was a big project.
Yeah, I don't know if that one's worth it for finding Darkra when we could probably just track her down with your dream seed.
Yeah. And you said south of Kara Waste, that was the horde of the treasure horde?
That is where weird coins have been spotted.
Weird. So not just normal gold.
Correct. Old coinage from old forgotten empires. It's circulating in that region. I can bring up the map if you'd like.
Yeah, how
it's probably
far is that?
like
very far.
Southeast of Naramu?
But when you're using magic, it's not that far. Doodly doodly doo. Okay. So, as always, you are here. Here's the Kara Wastes. Each hex is 90 miles. Here is Naramu, and the coins have appeared in the marketplace of the Prowlands, which is a largely tabaxi, nomadic, anarchistic sort of people. There were some rumors were that there were some mercenaries from the Prowlands who joined the Sinister Horde when they were raiding the shit out of Naramu and everything else nearby.
On the map, is this a major city / settlement?
That's I believe a fort or a castle.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And
What's the most populous place around the Prowlands / Sinister Horde area?
There's one of the Sinister Horde cities, which has a name, it's just not on this old version of the map. And there's the Prowlands capital. Brahmas province of the Iron Empire, the people of Avi, a bunch of incredibly dangerous dwarven communists. Dangerous because they got invaded once and they built a huge army and uninvaded themselves. Neok province used to be Stone Abbey. Stone Abbey is basically gone. The mercenaries, the demonic mercenaries hired by the Sinister Horde, wrecked them, destroyed their entire culture. There's now 2 failed states in the area, Naramu and Stone Abbey.
Sinister Horde has been busy.
Mm-hmm.
Is there still an ongoing crusade in Naramu?
No, so the Naramans burned everything and left. So right now, this whole,
They've
like,
gone back
all
to
of
the
Naramu is pretty uninhabitable. It's not totally uninhabitable, but, like, no one's rushing to claim it. The conflict against the Southern Triad is in a bit of a stalemate because the Sinister Horde lost their most powerful army thanks to you guys. And, but, like, all their nearby enemies are also in a holding pattern. Their next targets would be the Ocean Raiders of Chapara, the Kingdom of Aruk, Nahasu, or the Kingdom of Nis, Zizadu. And those are all a little bit further away. So the conflict has greatly slowed down there.
Is Zizidu's part of this collective of priest kingdoms, right?
Yeah, it's part of what one would call the priest kingdoms, which goes from, okay, you right here, you got to go. Okay, there we go.
So they're a bit of a bigger fish to fry.
It's that's a big power block right there. Honestly,
okay.
There isn't a lot of open conflict in your immediate area. Everyone's licking their wounds. There's some subterfuge,
screaming, crying, throwing up in the Dune Rider cities.
Yeah, there might be some subterfuge and other crises going on, but the war arc is on pause. Did you have other questions, Garnet?
No.
Okay. Yeah, the only place that has decent knowledge of the area, I would say, would be the Prowlands. Because the Prowlands are neutral enough that they could theoretically... Actually, that is a good point, and this is something you know. The Prowlands are neutral enough that they can trade with the Sinister Horde and Neok. Whereas, like, no priest kingdom would ever trade with the Designers, the Iron Empire, or the Raveners. But the Prowlands can, and the coins are appearing here. They have not appeared over here.
Okay, so Alex is probably either within the Sinister Horde or Neok province. At least there's a good chance that some of the power bases there doing commerce with the Prowlands.
Mm-hmm.
Spending Mirroc's money.
It could theoretically come from Diffraxis as well, but there's a lot of desert between point A and point B, you know? So
Plus we saw Alex in the desert going this way.
Yes. So all data points to him being somewhere in the vicinity of the Southern Triad.
Okay, let's get on Nuke. Listen, a lot of people live there, but you're not going to miss it. It's mostly desert, and the people there are mostly dicks.
Is there anything else you wish to regard in terms of this map at this time? Okay.
I'm okay.
Yes, Legs?
I'm okay, thank you.
All right. That is what you know. Those are some of the known knowns and the unknown knowns. Anything else on that regard? This was supposed to be just a quick little, hey, what was that last episode roll? And then, you know.
And then natural 20 happened, you know?
Oh yeah. So continue with your intro. Sorry, my bad.
The intro and I are not on speaking terms right now.
Oh my god.
So before we begin our things, let me tell you a little bit about what I have in store for tonight. First off, we should handle one or more Athalor dates so we can advance the timeline. Second, I want to address Garnet's research into making a void shadow type barrier around the school. You have the adamantine, you can do some experiments on. And mechanically, we need to decide what you want the barrier to do. Like in the rules, how does it work and what does it do? And then after all that, I have or when it's dramatically appropriate, I have a plot event that I will trigger.
Oh.
In relation to that, or
well,
So mechanically, upon touching the barrier, if you aren't Garnet's best friend, you will take 1d more billion damage.
Yeah. Yeah. Write that down.
Okay,
Let him go.
That's called a sphere of annihilation. Last I checked.
I'll think about it while he dates women.
Oh, good.
Or
Should
attempts to.
we flip a coin for which one's coming first?
Well, ideally the woman should, but like.
I was about to say, if you're a gentleman.
That's crazy. Coin of fate, coin of fate.
That's from a sequel campaign. roll to please your wife.
Oh yeah, we have a gnomes can't wait to time skip for that one.
Sorry, I just got stun locked because I am doing that kind of show right now, but the purple side is not the place to discuss that. Anyways. Follow me on social if you'd like to know more. Regardless, the two who remain, who I actually, in my notes, linked to are Grian and Dochan. Dochan is the one who likes archery and is big and strong, smart like bull, strong like tractor. And Grian was the one who, I don't think she was the is she the one you saw
she likes
first?
Cooking. No. The one I saw first was the one I did the date with first, and I got beat up in a mosh pit.
Yes. The dance. Okay. It's odd because I have her Grian down as the dancer as well. Hold up.
Oh, I can check my notes as well.
The
green, purple dress, Sarah, white hair, Dachin, buff with arrows.
Yeah,
so is this
Sarah is the food one.
Yeah,
and is
wants
that
to
the
try
person
food.
who you've already seen?
No, I've seen Crean.
Okay, my notes are bad.
Yeah, because we met with this. She wanted to meet the sage, so we already did. Yeah.
Yes.
Makes sense.
All right. Anyways, so you have already seen Grian. There remains to see Saura and Dochan, the other two Traors of the Summer Queendom of Toomlair. Do you have ideas for these dates?
The huntress, we were gonna hunt boggles in the mystical maze.
That's right.
And with Samara, we were going to go to Irelak.
That is right.
I also collected some wild Oryxian mountaintop saffron for her.
That's right. Damn. That's good stuff.
Athel was thinking about you, apparently.
Thinking? In my game? Madness. All right. Which of these two do you want to invite first? And do you have an itinerary of more than one event for them?
In the interest of not shutting people out, shutting lemon out of his one, I think we'll just go for the one event,
Okay.
you know?
I'm cooking my box.
Cook that box.
Cooking my box right now, so go cook your box. Okay.
I hate that sequence of words.
Cooking with my just
Hey, if the date goes well, maybe by the end of us, we're all going to be cooking box.
yeah. We time skip, right, guys?
I'm trying, promise I'm trying.
This is in the interest of time skip.
Okay. Then I'm gonna have you. We'll do basically a quick skill challenge.
Awesome.
For Do-chan, inviting her down. She is a big fan of the sights, the sounds of everything. I'm gonna have you start with an insight check.
Okay, let's roll some insight. Ooh, natural 20.
Oh, yo, we're frying this guy right now. High five.
Tell me her internal monologue. Oh, that was a good glug.
Anyways,
that's what Athalor does before getting into one of his dates.
Do-chan, it turns out, as much as she is a very physical girl, she loves learning and she loves puzzles. So when she gets to go to the Maze of Illusions, she is really, really excited for it. She's not necessarily the best at it. She's not bad, but that's like not really her strength.
Mm-hmm.
The kind of puzzles that she's really, really instinctively good at are hunting and archery and tactics. Those things, anything that you talk about from... Roll a history check for me, please.
Sure. You hit some histories. Okay, 15.
Okay. She can absolutely nerd out with you about Undramaler's class and about the history of tactics and warfare. That is something that she excels at almost naturally, but she has also thoroughly studied it. But she loves more introspective, complicated brain teaser type puzzles. Mm-hmm. So the maze, she's super excited by it. She absolutely loves that. She is... Go ahead.
Athalor brings her an excess of arrows as well, to be able to like shoot in the maze to try and figure out how they interact with the illusions and stuff. Because I assume there's going to be some thinking with portals going on.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And also gets them both a little bit of back armor.
Okay, fair deal. Give me an intelligence check just to solve the maze.
Mm-hmm. Oh, natural 20.
Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna need both of you to refresh your browsers right now, please.
But the juju's so good.
Yes, I know.
That's so funny. You're actually so smart.
This is actually surprising considering that every time Athal's been in this maze, he fucking cheated with that knife.
And this time, yeah, no knife. So it turns out the magic was inside of you all along.
That's what an extra year and a half doing metaplanar geometry does to a guy, I guess.
Okay, so you did... What was the first one? Insight was a critical success. History was a 15. Int was critical success 24. I think another skill that would make sense to put here is performance or persuasion. Either way.
Mm-hmm.
Pick one of those and just describe your overall, because like she's that person who like you go out on a date to an escape room and she's really having a great time, but she's like, and she's totally engaged with you, but on solving the problem, like really excited to be teaming up with you on it, but not paying attention, not flirting because she's too busy trying to win. As a team.
I've got the proficiency in persuasion, but I think performance is going to be more accurate here. for because Athol's not really a hunter, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like Athol's doing more like thinking about the maze, and he's doing his little solves in his head. But
she loves that though. Again, that's the stuff that she's not inherently good at, but she really, really enjoys.
Mm-hmm. I'm essentially being the spotter to her sniper.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do performance. 14.
Okay. All right. You did a pretty good job. And then pick one more skill, describe how you use it, and roll that.
I will. Can I use intimidation for Athalor to look impressive in these tasks?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's going to be a natural 1.
Is that going to ride, or are you going to lucky that or anything?
You know what? We got 2 natural 20s. I think I'm going to let this one ride.
Okay. You completely look like a dork instead of looking impressive. And then I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
No, the boggles.
He's done with your shit.
The boggles. I get slimed. Oh, never mind.
No,
19
you
on my
have the
die.
boggles absolutely on lock. Like between the two of you, Slip and Slide have nowhere to hide. You will not be falling for their tricks today. However, you almost trip over Untermeowler as he passes through the maze in front of you. Pulls one of those, like, walks in front of you, then just stops to groom right when you're about to step on his tail and just looks up at you, continues to groom, stretches, walks off.
That's Miela savors in the awkwardness of Athalor wondering if he's going to have to fight this cat in front of his date.
Okay, so overall, your date goes really, really well. You learn pretty quickly that she cares deeply about her homeland.
Mm-hmm.
She also, just during the conversation, lets slip that she is not the queen's daughter.
Oh.
In fact,
Later. Sorry.
Grien is the only one who is the... No. Saura is the only one who is the queen's daughter. However, all 3 of these women are Treors. It's a title of nobility just beneath the queen. And there are 3, one for each month in the season. So the summer queen has 3, the winter queen has 3, so on and so forth. Grien has the mantle of the month of... What is that month called? It's Nice's month. No.
December.
Shit. She's a Sunrider. She has Zalar's month.
Oh.
In a non-Zalarian context. And each of them actually possesses a mantle of power. And that is how the succession is decided for that role. When the old Treor dies or retires, the mantle passes on to either their descendant or their, like, apprentice, basically. So, technically speaking, all 3 of these girls are the equivalent of princess.
Mm-hmm.
But specifically speaking, that's not how Toomlair or any of the other Connacht Vales work.
So does the mantle pass down to the one whose month it is when the queen dies? Like if she dies during Sunrider, then Grien becomes...
Not necessarily and not always. That has happened in the past, but sometimes it goes to someone else entirely. Sometimes it goes to the direct descendant. Sometimes it skips over to someone else. It's believed that because the mantles were formed when the first 4 queens danced on the slopes of the forest's heart with the spirits, that the spirits who were woven up into the mantle or contributed their power, that sort of will still somewhat inhabits them. And so they're capable of picking a worthy successor on their own. So the Huldra have very little say in who becomes the next ruler.
So the ones who want Sarah, they were just born and the mantles chose them?
No. They descended upon them in adulthood.
Oh.
In most cases.
I thought it would be very asking about her and like what it was like before and after, how she felt about receiving that. Talk about his experience with the mantle of power around Boreas as well.
She's very much like, that's crazy. That shit is crazy.
It was crazy.
I did not know that was even possible. I understand about as much of this stuff as I have to.
How does she feel about the concept of duty?
Roll a persuasion check. Okay.
25.
At the time that she inherited the mantle, that the mantle of Gildan descended upon her, she was in exile.
Ooh.
She was a social pariah at the time. She was no longer welcome in her hometown. It's a long story. It involves a very, very bad argument and a hunting accident.
Is her middle name Cheney by any chance?
No. And so when the mantle picked her, her hometown had no choice but to accept her back, whether they liked it or not. And she's kind of the attitude of like, I don't care if they like it or not. I love my home and I have this power to protect it. So you're goddamn right, I'm going to. That's sort of her take on duty. She doesn't have a hard set sense of duty to ceremony or tradition or any of that stuff. She feels a very strong duty to a place and to the people of that place.
Okay. Does she describe the hunting accident at all, or is it flippantly mentioned?
She's not super flippant about it. She like considers it a serious thing, which is why I made you roll persuasion. She's not going to reveal very much. But she did shoot her cousin. He did die. He did die.
Oh!
He was revived. There was someone with Revivify immediately on hand, so he got better. But because they had just had a really nasty argument, and then she swears it was actually an accident. She did not mean to try to hit him at all. But it was sus enough that they decided to deal with it by getting her out of town.
Okay. But there's no implication that she, weirdly specifically, did this under the influence of alcohol.
Correct.
Okay. Just make sure that if there's a world where I'm like, okay, and the gift of rum and wine is the...
He's like, here's my fondest... Here's my 2-year sober coin, my finest, most valued possession.
It's my 2 years sober coin after accidentally murdering my cousin. Here's a bunch of wine. Have fun with
to
it.
Celebrate.
Okay. Just dotting my I's, crossing my T's on that one. We have a small international incident.
A minor teeny one. Is there anything else that you want to sort of get out of this one? She had a great time. She enjoyed it. She was, again, very sort of like, hell yeah, we're doing a scavenger hunt together. Let's go.
Since she had interest in it, Athlor just beyond the, what he might consider beyond the scope of a date, would love to, like, take her to one of the libraries and show her a map and show her the Battle of the Kara Wastes, where they laid waste to one of the Sinister Horde armies. Like, outline it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because Athel loves talking shop on tactics.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't get much chance to nerd out on it.
Yeah. She's super, super interested in it, and she's a little bit baffled by the scope of the magic that you wield. Not that she's unfamiliar with power of that scope.
Mm-hmm.
That sort of thing is what the queens, and especially the king, can do, but only inside their lands. That power does not extend beyond their borders.
Yeah, this is power projection on a different level.
Exactly. So she finds it super interesting, and it's more complicated because the power of the Holdra queens is intuitive. It's not dawn magic, but it does kind of obey their will. They can become the land and move as the land, not physically just the land, but the creatures, the natural forces there, etc. So they don't come up with a complex spell matrix. They just like become the wind in that area and then beat the shit out of you with that much wind. It's much more primal.
Nature than science.
Yeah, exactly. So the fact that you're able to project your power, but it's so much more complicated. She definitely enjoys that.
Oh, W.
Yeah. And she also talks about how there has not been a serious invasion of the Connacht Vale since Snior rode the glacier. There have been attempts, but the only real danger was during the Autumn Wars when the king was kidnapped. Because as long as they've had a king and their queens, the realm, they all have access within their realms to very powerful realm magic.
I reassure her that we're looking into that necromancer nest as well. In the old Snior Mountains.
Yeah. Good. Just blast them. Just blow the whole place up.
Tends to be the plan. Sometimes simple is better.
All right. Well, she had an absolutely lovely time. She will give you a bear hug as her way of saying goodbye.
Ah. Athel does his best to match the intensity of his teenage body.
With your 26 insight, you have also determined that I've already sort of discussed this, both culturally and naturally. For elves, sexual orientation is more what you call guidelines than actual rules. So she is not strictly interested in any particular gender. She's just sort of like low-grade interest in romance and sex overall. Not none, but just sort of like an afterthought.
Yeah, that's not her primary concern in life. She's not waking up like when gamer BF.
Exactly. Buying GF on RuneScape. All right, then I think we can call that one done. 2 out of 3.
Nice.
Garnet, how's your cookery going? You don't have to be done, but I'd love to hear what you're thinking right now.
Okay. So the setup around anchor stones using adamantine. They're going to be bound in some kind of containment lattice. Then there an arcane network of rune pylons around the academy to kind of keep the void energy stable, while having some kind of living core where either myself or Elnow could like have, there's like a central point where we could occasionally recharge the box if it needs to be repowered or something. Effects, I'm kind of still locking down some of the effects of what it's doing, but combination of forbiddance, which protects the area from planar travel, sort of some elements of anti-magic field, which so no magical items or magical spells could break it down, which I assume void would already be kind of like that, but just in case.
Do you have the shadow path that's about like shutting down spells?
Which one?
One of the shadow paths is like all about negating and canceling or controlling magic.
Like shadow abjuration?
I'm a Noctomancer if that helps. That's just a void caster though. I don't know. I haven't completed any paths yet. I have pieces of different paths, but
not
for your central nexus. Were you thinking of using the famine mask as like the thing you can sink void energy into? since it doesn't seem to break when exposed to like void energy.
So just to let you know, and you've done a lot of this type of magic, a permanent location, a permanent structure is going to be easier to lock on and have fewer side effects than a mobile object.
Yeah, I was hoping since we had a decent amount of adamantine, we could use
Mm-hmm.
that so that we could study the masks and maybe use it. But this is all a big if, depending on how solid my research is. And then I was thinking about trying to incorporate some kind of zone of truth to kind of help with the whole mirror clone crossing. Because, yeah, we can stop extraplanar travel, but I wouldn't
It doesn't
mind
stop mirror
some
clones
kind
from
of.
walking through.
Yeah, like some kind of, because I don't want to stop like fiends and shit. Because I know like maybe some students are of different races and species and whatever the shit. I don't want to be having a racist void box, if you will.
We don't like your kind
I
here.
don't want to be
I
having
actually
a racist
have a
void box written down.
I've
Anyways, go
got here
ahead.
on your. I've got a yes and on your zone of truth. I looted something called a scroll of truth from Ioth's library, which is essentially like zone of truth on a 1-day cooldown with on like a per person basis, so it doesn't really have a limited number of uses. Maybe that could be used as some kind of spell focus for this.
That'd be
It's
great.
in
Yeah.
our
Some kind of
our
like
scroll of truth
combination
is in our
between
items in the compendium. The journal.
between like zone of truth and dispel evil and good, kind of mixed together somehow. And I'm just like picking out spells because I figured I know the matrices of those, so it'd be easier to justify.
Yeah, it's always better to have those sorts of things as seeds or starting points for sure.
But yeah, and I'm still trying to figure out the whole actual how are people passing through? Is it going to be a gate? Is it just going to be like a portal and we allow, no allow, or like still trying to figure that part out. But I just wanted to pick up kind of a lot of the effects of the spells.
Forbiddance is good, but one of the things that the Golden Sphere does when it's working is it's also like a wall of force. Like it just physically stops things from passing through it. It's a force field. It just physically blocks stuff. Except it's not transparent. It's shiny and gold. So way fewer dead birds.
What are you thinking size-wise, Lemon? Over Gilded Verge or like an apple skin on top of what we already have?
Definitely like a 6-sided, like all the sides, bottom and top, so that we don't, they don't go bricking friggin' dirt worms to dig through the underside or whatever. Like I don't want to have to worry
we'd be
about
looking
that.
at like a sphere inside a box, right? For like all of our protections at once.
So yeah, like the box would be outside of our sphere, yeah. I don't know how close Gilden Verge is to us, but I was only thinking about the Academy, but I don't know if it's like right next to us.
It's basically built around the very bottom of it. So you need to clear out a footprint for it.
Is there a picture of what that looks like Gilden Verge and Ioth Academy, like how close or like what's the...
Let me see if my jank-ass model has that.
I'm doing a little drawing. As far as I'm aware, I thought that Gilden Verge was supposed to like, oh, my bad.
Refugee, Undercroft. So this bottom side is the ground? Oh, so the sphere kind of touches the settlement?
It's not quite, but they build like there are structures where if you look straight up, instead of seeing like the sky, you see the sphere. There are things built in what we call the shadow of the sphere. It's built like all the way up.
Okay. So then the idea would be, oh, that's not a very straight line, but so it'd have to be something
there's
like
a tool, drawing tool. The drawing tool includes a box, a rectangle.
Yay!
Yeah, so
we did it.
So like pretend that's I don't know if I want it touching, but like, So then you're saying that I'd have to clear out these people?
Yep.
Well, do you necessarily need to clear them out? That could just be the more important parts of Gilden Verge. Their civic centers.
Oh yeah, maybe
within the
all the
protection of the
government.
box.
Do they have a government, or I don't know how?
Presumably they've got like a local council or something.
It's yeah. I mean, it's a whole bunch of. You never grew up there. There is no official government. Officially, Ioth Academy. They listen to the academy when the academy tells them to do stuff because they don't have a formal government. They don't have a formal army. They have all these neighborhoods because it literally just started with people building their like shacks and homes close to the powerful wizard. So if a bad thing happened, they wouldn't die. And it grew out of control from there. It's like each district has its own little council of elders or whatever.
Is there a world where this could help Gildenverge against Miracle and Infiltration as well?
What is the point of the Undercroft?
The Undercroft is just where
sewage?
they dumped alchemical experiments and stuff.
I want to do a bit of an arcane episode and just move in the refugees to the Undercroft.
Put them in Zorn.
Basically make our little Zon down there.
That almost happened. A cleanup effort began when it seemed like that you guys were going to get full scale invaded by Diffraxis, I think. Like
Sure
they
is
started
sweet to be in the Piltover class.
It's not completely cleared out, but they made some terror. Some of it has been cleaned up for like emergency in-sphere tents and such. But not all of it. Only a fraction of it.
Because I'm like, oh, like, hey, you guys can get the protection of the box if you live and clear out the Undercroft.
Help us with our toxic waste, and you too can live this glorious life.
Because someone has to deal with it.
And someone's got to deal with Chernobyl.
I don't know. Maybe we could recruit them to. You get protection, somewhere to live if you help clear out the Undercroft. So then it's not like a, hey, we're gonna blow up your town to make a bigger town for us. Like,
we're putting an eminent domain. We're putting a freeway through your neighborhood.
Yeah, a little bit of a collaboration, but I don't know. I'd have to see how much that would even hinder.
Yeah,
Talk to
or
Francisco about that.
Yeah, I feel like she's not gonna be a fan of displacing the poor. Neither will Mason.
See how the math works out on making the box bigger?
But then you gotta worry about, like, if anyone starts fucking with the box, I gotta trust, like, the refugee settlement to give me a heads up. Because I imagine this place is, like, quite large, right?
Yeah, it's basically spreads out in all directions from the sphere. It more goes towards the south because north of the academy is a bunch of hills and mountains and such. So most of the population sort of spreads out towards the south, the flat ground. But yeah, it's all over the place.
Well, you could also use your contacts as a Princess of Brontha.
To be like, and I will it. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that you can you can offer them potential refuge in Brontha as well.
Yeah. Got a couple of IOUs floating around, so. Or we
Oh,
could just
I didn't think we were
fight
going to
them
have to do
cool.
civics for this one. This is exciting.
That's more of your domain. I don't know what the fuck to do. This
Zoning.
sucks.
We've got zoning laws to think about. Yay! How visible was this box going to be? Is it going to be like
Another
the
thing I have
ominous
to think
monolith
of.
black cube?
I don't know. Because if it's not as visible, then it's harder to target with shit.
Mm-hmm.
But if it is visible, then it's a giant, like, fuck you, don't come here sign. So I'm still weighing that plus the how do you actually get in and get out option. Because I don't want to do a token thing because people are just going to have their tokens stolen or something. And then you know, whatever. That's not very secure. Could just like have like a gate where there's like a thinner part of the box somewhere. And then there's like some kind of control point there. With some kind of selective, like a person has to be there to, yeah, you're like papers please moment, you know? or it can be like there's a portal out there, portal within, and we gotta just checkpoint people in. Seems a bit bottleneck. I don't know how much traffic Ioth Academy gets. I assume a good amount since we have imports and exports, like a small colony. But
I think
oh, you're
the
muted.
academy is well aware of like how to make a movement-based portal system like the Causeway on this kind of contraption. And then, like, to get into the academy from outside the box, you'd have to have both causeways, like, align as well. Because otherwise you'd just be, like, in the box outside the sphere space, which is probably not the greatest place to be in terms of, like, getting where you want to go, unless you're there to, I don't know, try and dispute a parking ticket with Gildan Verge. He's trying to get into City Hall. Hmm. It's always the pesky people. Would have got away with it too if it wasn't for his meddling.
So yeah, I was still, that's why I was like, yeah, take your time dating, you know. I'm thinking, I'm cooking.
I think your Undercroft idea may have some legs to it.
Of moving people into the Undercroft?
My other idea was to like make progress on maybe getting Gildan Verge go a little bit more vertical rather than lateral. Invent the apartment block, perhaps.
Wait, since it's like voidy, we could have just like a point where the sewer just feeds into the void and it just gets voided. Who needs?
Just put a sphere of annihilation at the bottom of the plug hole.
Hey, come on, that's
the
no,
garbage
fine.
disposal. Oh.
No, don't hear you. Not trolling. I just can read your lips.
This might be is it a voice meter moment? It might be a voice meter moment.
Yeah, because then it's like, oh, if we're having like if we want to move people in and like get rid of the, what is this called? Sewage leakage, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, the alchemical potty.
That one, yeah. Oh, I heard a
hello
beep,
there.
but not you.
Oh, well, you can only communicate in swears now. Congratulations. As in, fuck me.
Well, we can keep cooking while I need you. You're just like voids. I don't know about the actual sphere, but like I assume touching the box would be the equivalent of that if you would just get cooked. But then they would have to be definitely visible so that people don't accidentally fall into it and die.
Only 3 children died today.
Like 3 children.
A lot of dead birds.
But then that would kind of help the situation of if we need to clean up the Undercroft, if we just tell the refugees, you can move in, dump everything into the bottom well, which the well would be like the box. It would lead into the box and it would just void everything. Yeah.
Can the audience hear us? Do we know, Gnomes? Is it a nod or a shake situation?
Oh yeah, I turned on the stream where we are heard.
Okay, we can keep
Undercroft is
cooking.
clean? Oh, I thought there was still like red caps and shit down there and crazy shit. Oh.
Okay, so maybe the Undercroft is an option, and we just then we got to deal with the implications of a stratified society and Ioth Academy now that they're inside the ring. But
a little bit of Zon action, a little bit of
you know, just a militant underclass. What could go wrong?
Well, we could just also tell them to fuck off and live on the outside. Like no one asked you to be this close to us. They'd probably be down to be further away. We're always getting invaded and it's none of their business. It's like they're just trying to live. Oh, so you're also muted on Video Ninja if that helps. Oh, okay. I'm just making sure.
Yeah, I think that probably the Undercroft is the easiest solve here.
Check.
As the math for encompassing all of Gildan Verge in this box is probably a little bit fucky-wucky.
Unless we just tell them like, hey, we're gonna be experimenting with renovations that include building a big giant. Oh, know.
We did it,
DM's
Reddit.
back. We weren't thinking of stratifying the society at all. Just a couple friends having questions.
When has a society going on lockdown to prevent external threats ever ended poorly?
Never, as far as I'm aware.
Well, we just told them we're going to be renovating, and it might cause some destruction nearby, but
Some destruction.
so if you know, it would be great if you guys went elsewhere. Here's some money. I don't know. Do we have money? I don't know. Can we just
I will,
pay them
I will
to
pay
go?
you $15 to fuck off.
How much is your house worth? 50 gold? Here, take it or leave it.
It's
It's
one
one
banana.
house, Garnet. What could it cost?
So, the Academy has been using realm magic to build infrastructure in the refugee settlement over the last year or two after Ioth's rule ended and people who actually got involved took over. So it's entirely possible for the Academy to use realm magic to build new housing in Gildenverge just outside of the exclusion zone for anybody who is displaced. It will involve an investment of mana and time and such, but it's completely doable. Or you can give them, 500 gold to fuck off.
Gildenverge's population is what, 20,000?
Probably more than that.
Oh shit.
But you don't need the whole thing of Gildenverge. You just basically say, hey, if you built yourself, if you can touch the sphere or look up and see the sphere, you're too close. We're moving you. Everyone else, you're fine.
Yeah, basically. Because
You were
why are
talking about
this close anyway?
getting them to move away, and because they always get attacked. The thing about the world is that everybody always gets attacked.
Oh.
No places, the only places that are safe are the places that are powerful enough to protect themselves. So they'd rather be here, even though the Academy draws attacks, because they don't get randomly hit by Raveners. If Raveners show up, they get fried. Whereas if they lived somewhere else and Raveners showed up, they'd be SOL.
No, so any of the faculty have any concerns about how the Void Box will interact with realm magic in terms
Has
of
the
how it emanates from the Academy?
Void Box been discussed with anybody? Aside from Elnow? I think not.
What do we mean realm magic? Are we doing what are we doing?
A while ago, Elnow launched meteors at the capital city of the Sinister Horde.
That's my girl.
And when they were in battle, they used large-scale magic to zap entire units of armies. It's the magic used on the Crowns and Castles rule set, which is the Crusader Kings style rules that govern all these different realms. That's realm magic.
How we do big mass teleports and shit.
Roland, if you're talking to Athalor about this, if he is in character involved in this discussion, then he may roll an Arcana check, because he has studied this kind of stuff specifically.
You know what? This one I will use an inspiration on.
You were intelligent literally 2 minutes ago, and then you cooked it.
Listen, I got a little excited about our civics exam. Used all my brain power.
Okay, you're not
13.
exactly sure how it would work. You
Yeah,
get
that's,
the impression
that's real complicated.
there is a solve for it, but it has to be factored in, and it is complicated.
Sunroof?
A little more
Just
complicated than
opens
that.
up of the top, like a Thunderbird flies out.
Thunderbirds are go. Mama Shimada has granted the power of the Laughing God if you want to burn a D8 on that. If you want to roll to not suck.
I'm okay for now.
Mm-hmm.
We'll hold a D8 in reserve.
Yeah, I'm not sure, because I worry if we're allowed to cast magic outwards, what kind of shit can they do? If a mirror clone, I guess are we pretty anti-mirror clone with the zone of truth / I don't know how we're making this
You're
really
still
mirror
running the
clone
numbers
proof.
on that one.
Yeah.
By the way, keep in mind, you also have Deontuir's rune. The one he created specifically to block mirror clones and all that shit.
Oh yeah, we
No,
could do
you could
that
use
one.
that to enchant the second causeway.
If they have to
Second
walk,
causeway?
yeah.
Oh.
So after you,
the way to cross from the black box into the yellow ring. So the causeway that we have on our sphere is what lets people pass into the sphere. So I figured that when you're thinking about how to get into the black box, like you'd have another causeway as well. And then the best way or the only way to get into Ioth Academy would be like, say, if the causeway was here and there was like the link of the causeway on this side, you'd have to get through both of these at the same time and have them aligned to actually enter the academy, which could be pretty secure. Rather than, as you said before, token, which can just get stolen. This is more like a staffed gateway.
Unless we make the causeway like this, so it's like, hey, we're gonna install like a zone of truth and all of our detection stuff here, so you guys get protected. And then they have to like cross. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I haven't thought about the whole gate thing because I'm like, if it's a physical gate, then like someone has to watch it and approve and not approve. And do I want it to be people that allow and, you know, deny people, or do I want it to be like magically there, or do I want it to be like portal in, portal there, portal, you know, where it's like Buddy comes in here and then I don't know, says where the fuck they want to go, and then they just teleport into the wherever they need to go.
Mm-hmm. I think if
Then
it was
we
a
make the
portal
box
in,
foolproof.
like your only portal exit on that side would be just in the causeway. And there's a secondary portal in here, which goes to the inside areas.
So you still funnel all of your traffic.
Because we have like our existing security infrastructure, and I don't think bypassing that's entirely smart.
Mm-hmm. So the causeway is how we enter the school?
Yes.
Aside from being the warden's stronghold, like their base of operations, the causeway, it's a floating fortress that is always in physical contact with the sphere because it has a thing inside of it that creates a gap in the sphere. So it sort of like rolls around the outside of the sphere wherever it is. And that's how people can physically walk. Like if it's down on the ground, people can physically walk in, but they have to go through the warden's stronghold, which is where their maximum security is. It's the most defensible place. And then if they don't want people going in, they can just move it way up to the sky so no one can walk in.
That's also where all of our teleportation circles are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
When people come into the school.
And this is all the way around the sphere, or is it just one point?
It's one little
mobile.
fortress and it moves.
Oh.
That's why a causeway is like a bridge, right? It's basically a stone tunnel that's a fortress that can move. So it's a moving gate.
Oh, I guess we can just zone of truth and all of that shit there then.
Mm-hmm.
So
they have revealing lanterns and stuff set up there right now. You'll notice the reason that mirror clones were a threat wasn't because they were walking in the front door. It's because they could go through mirrors to get into the school. Because otherwise the school is mostly locked down from extra dimensional traffic, and people who enter physically do go through screening. But mirrors and dreams don't follow the rules.
Neither does Vindor when he tried to smash that shit.
He
follows
the laws of nature. He just had a bigger stick. Go ahead.
So this part here of the box would have to be thinner or non-existent? Or...
Well, what Legs was suggesting, let's go ahead and pretend this box is not the causeway, right? This thing that says it's the causeway, just ignore that. I'm going to draw... you know what? No, actually, I'm going to do this. Something around here. Okay, so this is the floating fortress of the causeway. And when it's down like this, people can walk in. And when it's up like this, you have to be able to fly to reach it. And it can go anywhere along the edge of this. What Legs was suggesting was that there's also a second causeway for the box. Meaning that the only way you can walk in is if this is down here and this is here. And so for
Oh,
security reasons, if either of them moves, people can't get in.
So everyone has only been walking into the school through the causeway?
Yes. Whenever
it's
anyone physically
much more
enters.
permissible than I thought. I thought people were just rolling up.
No.
We're getting attacked. We're getting attacked by knights and shit. They came from all over. I didn't think they all just like
They dropped from the
went through the
sky,
causeway.
and Vinder blew a hole in the sphere. Remember, a god, one of the most powerful gods, blew a hole in your defenses. One of the only entities capable of doing that in the first place.
That's also why double bagging is great, because if there's someone that wants to fuck with us enough that they can break a sphere, having 2 of these is a good idea.
So yeah, like the reason you get attacked is either it was one of the most powerful 4 gods in existence, it was just stronger, or because they were infiltrating with sneaky things like going through mirrors, which you skip the causeway, infecting your dreams, which skips the causeway, magically controlling all of your robots from the inside because they had a guy on the inside. But like physical security is actually pretty tight. The reason these last 6 years have been so bad is because the bad guys have been working very hard on ways to get around the school's not insignificant defenses.
So I have to think about what this void causeway would look like.
If that's the solution you want to go with. Because it
To
would
be
create
fair,
like
I
a
don't know if
double.
that would mean much math on your side, because the engineering is essentially already figured out.
Mm-hmm.
It would just
But
have
is it
to be
a
on
thinning of the thing? Is it like a physical gate that opens and closes? Is it like a thing you just pass through if you pass the vibe check?
Right,
who is
you have to come up
controlling?
with what all that stuff is. It's not as much spell matrix math, it's more operational security, coming up with how you want to handle security for it.
And who controls the causeway? Is it
The wardens control it.
so then I would have to designate someone to move
Correct.
it, which would probably be me or El now. So then we'd have to be on some kind of fucking import-export duty.
Yeah, one of you would have to be here at all times, or you'd have to train more U's.
Or you could get a small baby shadow god and put it in a jar. You know, like that.
Then what?
You know, like that face from Power Rangers.
Zordon? Hell yeah, Zordon.
Yeah, Zordon.
Fucking
Can we make
face
Shadow
in the
Vinder
jar.
Zordon in the causeway?
Damn, just a little baby jar on display. That'll haunt any visitor.
You must pass the baby jar vibe check. If it does not Google your Gaga, you ain't getting in.
Your Gaga. Who are we letting in and out? Is it students and visitors, or like
Very
what's-
few people. Like large scale imports, but a lot of that comes in through teleportation circle.
Oh, I can summon a shadow. Whatchamacallit?
You can create constructs.
Elemental.
Yeah,
but-
you can summon, bind things, create constructs. Like, there's a lot of ways you could do it.
But it
It's
has
also
to be
definitely,
manually controlled.
Yeah.
No,
There's
it doesn't
definitely a
have to be
world where
manually
the-
controlled.
The new learners of the Void and Shadow casters, they're probably going to be doing some shifts here, you know? That's their work experience.
You could
Like,
make
maybe
it
I
so
just trust the wardens, I guess, to like line them bitches up.
if you give the wardens some sort of item or way to control it, like you don't have, it doesn't have to be a shadowcaster doing it. If you build a magic item of some kind that can control it, that anybody can use.
Just make it an extension of the causeway that already exists.
Mhm.
Have them literally be attached, and
Yeah.
so
The
whenever the
Shadow
normal
Causeway.
causeway.
So they have 2 fortresses.
Is it actually a fortress, or is it just a big gate?
No, it's a fortress. Like it's a
Oh,
moving
shit.
fortress, and it has a gate in it, but the gate is like a castle gate where there's guards on top and all that stuff. It is a floating fortress. It is the headquarters of the wardens, and it's the main access point into the academy.
So I can't
you
do
can-
like
and
a.
you get cool Shadow Wardens dressed like Death Knights.
Yeah, so I can't do like one of these.
Yeah, you
It
could.
kind of looks like a dick, but like, hear me out.
Why have you drawn a dick on my causeway?
I'm trying to display the door because there's text and it's a door.
You could build it like an umbilical, like in spaceships where they have that like thing that extends out. Yeah.
The doorknob right there.
Why is the dick coming now?
It's a doorknob.
We are so canceled.
Yeah, exactly. It's the best shape. Like it's just
the most structurally sound.
Most satisfying.
Then it would like extend out here.
You're cleared for the causeway. Please descend the shaft.
Out here as well. Like it would. It could just go anywhere.
You can't dig
This is why you don't let teenagers in charge of architecture.
I could have sworn I saw one of these shadow doors in the Book of Dawn moments before it disappeared.
I choose to believe, for Twitch TOS reasons, that it's the eye stalks of a googly-eyed alien.
But I figure having like two independently like swiveling ones just makes it all the more secure because you got to get both of them to go, yep, this is fine.
Yeah. Oh, we don't have a shot. Oh, yeah, I ate her.
Yeah, you ate her.
Scrumptious.
Oops.
Maybe she can weigh in on all of this.
Yeah, I'll just have my little baby mastermind like Diva, like she's inside me, just
We can have
start the reactor.
Captain of the Guard, Una.
Mistress, a visitor.
Oh my fucking
Who
God.
comes before Gun and Pusaka?
I'm like literally Wizard of Oz, where I'm just the face of the sky, like who goes there?
Could this be a reason to plan to train more Shadowcasters and or Void Wielders? There's no school that does it. It's just passed down from master to apprentice right now.
Hey, Alex, you want a job? Give up this life of crime and come be our TSA, our shadow TSA.
I was thinking more, you know, you take some
Spider-Man.
I was thinking more, you know, you start training some first years in it when they're young and impressionable and not already 5,000 years of void time or whatever.
Oh, yes. Oh, guys, join the dark side.
We're not evil.
Trust me, there's a book here. I just need you to press your face into it and say you'll be alone, okay?
This is your congratulations.
Right.
This is your graduation ceremony. We're gonna brain blast you. 5 years of solitude. Personality adjustment.
Well,
when they turn up to prom.
if there's a normal causeway, there's also the existence of a shadow causeway. We just take the fortress in the shadow plane and simply break it over.
Can I have that?
Can I have that? You guys don't need that, right?
That's crazy. It's not without
And we don't
precedent.
have to build it.
It's not without precedent. It would still be magically complicated, but, you know.
I think Shadow Dick extension extra patronus is probably the most like easy way to do this.
Shadow Dick extension jutsu.
Like, I don't know.
I think that's been advertised to me before.
Unless you do the whole teleport thing where just there's teleport spots and it just brings you into the causeway. But then that kind of defeats the whole floating thing.
What's the purpose of the floating thing? I mean, the purpose of the causeway right now is if there's a need for large-scale physical traffic in and out of the school. It's the only way for that to work. Otherwise, it wouldn't exist. If there was no need for that at all, they just wouldn't have built it that way. So if you go to a purely teleport-based access system, there's no reason not to build a Doom Fortress in the Undercroft have all the teleports go directly into the Doom Fortress, which is maximum security. And then from there, you can teleport elsewhere after you pass through the Doom Fortress, which does not have to be a floating causeway. Because like if you're not doing physical walking back and forth, then Shadow Dick Extension Jutsu doesn't really have a use case.
So do we want to use the causeway or the normal one? Or not?
I mean,
if we do, then Shadow
if we
Dick-
have the resources for a Doom Fortress.
Given
the Doom
time,
Fortress could
yes.
work.
It just takes time.
I agree that like probably extending the causeway with the shaft of justice probably is the most logistically feasible.
You could also,
although it's worth noting that you are interposing a sphere on a box here, so there are going to be points at which it's just flopping out.
Well, that's why it needs to extend and retract. Like that's the thing.
It might look like that.
Yeah.
And on that note, folks, we will be back in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere, folks. More Shadow Dick Extension Jutsu when we come back. Come right back through. Go ahead.
Okay, that's like a bad roll, but like
I think I could help with that.
if someone just heals me as I'm doing it, like I could keep this going all day.
What have I done? Okay, Avalor.
I could probably seal it one way, the gate.
I can at
When I
least
was
get
studying
25.
last night, I learned how to create a kind of a bridge that can support my friends but won't let my enemies step upon it. If I just cast it vertically in front of the gate, they couldn't move back through it.
Ooh.
What are they cooking?
Let them cook. Because
Really?
okay, I mean this in the best way possible, Garnet, but you have
does like
very socially intimidating energy.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
It's a good thing. You get stuff done clearly. It just is what it is.
So I need to be more useless so that a man can want to feel like they can help me and not be intimidated.
No, this
I
is
need to-
college.
I don't think that's quite what I was getting at there.
And the Marid, this genie, shouldn't be able to arrive here. Ioth Academy is still technically protected by the dome, even if it's weakened. But it caught... I know, yeah, most protected place on Earth. Been attacked 12 times this year. Sue me.
Yeah. Safe, smile.
Exactly. Any safers in chat? But the Marid essentially hitchhiked on that pole of magic. When the water elemental came up, it sort of followed along with it. It drafted behind it, and that's how it was able to arrive. And there's your natural 20.
I just like the part where you say he came down a pole. I just stuck to that. Elemental strippers. Fuck.
Can I get fan art of Duba Sooth pole dancing, please? I'm gonna file a request for that.
Duba Queen.
Duba cheeks. Lemon Kiwi, I noticed something freaking ridiculous about Una.
What?
Under the familiar section, it talks about how, while the two of you are bonded, you can sense what it senses as long as you're within a mile of each other, right?
Right.
When Una's within 10 feet of you, you gain the benefits of magic resistance. You have advantage on all saving throws against spells and magical effects whenever Una's within 10 feet of you.
Oh, that's broken.
1 year later! Reading comprehension 20 inch, by the way. Holds him like a special.
This is my special magical resistance pet.
The power of bird compel.
Mason and Athalor
swept up along in the fey magic of this party, said something particularly heinous about the professor who just dropped a pop quiz on them. Something incredibly insulting and a little bit louder than you intended.
Cancelled.
About Mason and Apple, Tio doesn't read. What level spell is Twit longer?
18 seconds. Is that how long it'll take before those hellhounds come?
I don't know, probably. They're very fast.
Right. They can smell me.
Time's ticking.
Okay, I'll wait 18 seconds before I go back to the ethereal plane.
Okay.
And I go to the astral plane.
Oh, man. Oh, there's jack shit this creature can do about that. Okay. Whoosh. You fade from reality, surrounded by the silver mists.
Ariana's like also entertaining this as well as she's like going back and forth with Garnet about all these different possibilities of like, oh yeah, no, what if Uncle is eternal? What?
Mason speaks up. It's
Like,
like,
just
well,
random stuff.
both of your brains are already in the right place for this. This is going to go great. I'm really looking forward to it. More so now, actually.
Good. Okay, let's go find Ethelur.
Ariana has like visibly perked up a lot from this conversation. Having a hard day in classes, hard day at school, but ooh, more day now. Hold
You
on
have
a
ghosts
second.
in your blood and you should do cocaine about it.
Yes.
It's more about what we're going to accomplish. I think this is, it's beyond just me. I'll be okay.
It is
Okay.
beyond us.
Taps Mason's shoulder and, well, our last friend died, but I'll make sure you don't.
Our last two friends.
Oh, sorry, 2. Yeah, thank you.
Oh.
I'm
But you're
going
different.
to.
You're built different.
I'm gonna take that as it was supposed to be comforting. So thank you, Garnet.
Arbiter,
Yes, Grandmaster.
you get to jump in on this one.
I come in hot, white, glowing wings flared out. I've got the cheapest metal chair that you could possibly find. It's like I've got 10 or 20 years of repressed rage behind this chair. I'm rolling to hit with this chair. Oh, that's good. That's good. That'll hit. That's 16.
You're underneath, you know, wrench, screwdriver, acetylene torch, and you manage to disconnect. Now you're gonna have to get it over all these traps and pits and stuff. But on the other hand, you have a flying barbarian.
You have a flying
Yep,
sword.
flying barbarian. Oh, that's exactly how we're going to
Weaponized
implement the
flying
ballista, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here I thought you were gonna attach it to the ship, but no.
No. I am
Valkyrie
the ship,
style.
baby.
Oh yeah.
Airstrike. Yeah, you tricked the host.
We're gonna roll into Avernus, and we're not gonna actually have any kind of like doom buggy. We're all gonna be riding on top of just Crozet floating around riding a ballista.
How did you get a blip? No, it's just a flying door.
Fly me close up. I want to hit them with my sword.
Who are we?
The companions of the Crimson Chain. All right. They're assassins. They're basically ninjas, you know? Dexterity is what they're good at. That said, they don't have evasion. They all take the damage in the face. They're all significantly weakened. And you blow a hole in the side of the tent, and Untermaler is going to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh shit.
Oops. He's
oh, these
fine.
damn kids and their fireballs.
He's fine.
Back in my day, you did 5 minutes of trigonometry to make sure no one was in the blast radius.
Well, you guys
Welcome back to episode 181 of Book of Dawn, Ioth Academy. I currently have the battle map turned off for our viewing audience at home.
Aww. My shafts!
I currently have the battle map turned on for our viewing audience at home. Right now we are discussing how Garnet is going to create an extra layer of security to protect the school, as her sheltered life of being constantly attacked, assassinated, replaced, and so on and so forth has led her to not realize how much defensive work the school actually is doing. Because security is one of those things where if it's doing its job, you don't notice it.
And when it doesn't, you think of an extra layer.
Mm-hmm.
So if we zoom in here, for a second I thought someone was drawing on the screen. It was just a fucking fly.
Oh.
Never mind.
Shadow dig. Shadow dig.
So we're feeling good about the shadow dig plan, also known as the shaft of entry.
Again, if you just take the causeway, put like a ring that can open a hole in the, or ring or a square or door frame that can open a hole in the void cube, put it on something that can extend and retract from the causeway, so the causeway moves and then it extends and then opens a path through the cube into the causeway, your problem is solved. Shadow dig extension jutsu actually would work.
So that's probably going to be a considerable amount of what? Adamantine for that ring? That's what could probably pierce.
Potentially.
Without being annihilated.
It depends. If the cube doesn't annihilate, then no, you're fine. You don't necessarily need adamantine. If the cube does annihilate, then yes. Among other things.
I may have made up that it annihilates.
I originally thought it was going to annihilate, which is why, like, especially Elna was, hey, how about instead of making a gigantic instant death field, we do something else? And it turns out Garnet never wanted it to be a gigantic instant death field, or at least that was never the set plan. It's also not the plan, but
Yeah.
It remains an option. Okay, I think with the extendo dong on the causeway, that's probably like reasonable method of entry if you want to figure out what spell matrices and effects are going to go into this. I think you've already got your comprehensive list mostly, right?
So are we thinking this? Oh, so it's like okay, it's extension, and then this part here. Are we thinking it's like a thinner veil situation? Is it like another physical gate?
so there you've got the causeway, which has a hole in it, which creates a hole in the sphere wherever it goes. Then we're going to go to the other side for now. And then it has a special portal. It has like this gate over here, right? This is attached to it. And this is the special thing that can create a hole in the void cube. And depending on the properties of the void cube, it's going to have to be different things. But it's an extending, like a bridge that can extend across. So when you're ready to grant access, it goes to there. But there's still, you can draw the shadow dig connecting them or whatever. And then it opens the gate and you walk through. And then when you want to close it, it goes back. And the cube has no
Shaft
access
contracts.
points. Exactly.
When it gets
Shrinkage
cold.
after shrinkage occurs.
And then within the extendo dong,
Mhm.
is that where like zone of truth, or like they already have like zone, like
Yeah,
some
you could
shit, right?
you could put some defensive spells on the extendo dong. The umbilical would be the technical term for it. And you can also just sort of oversee enhancements or changes to the defensive measures in the causeway itself, because it's already built as a fortress, a magical fortress for secure access. Put the anti-mirror clone rune there. Just go over all the defenses and stuff. They have true sight, like somebody on true sight duty standing there to make sure nobody infiltrates.
That seems feasible.
They already have a
For
lot of that in position.
Gigantic shadows cube. This does seem quite feasible.
So any portals that exists. What are we doing about like portals that exist? Like
So
getting in and out.
The only portals that exist right now are because the sphere also prevents extra dimensional travel. There are a few exceptions. There are the elemental wells, the gates to the elemental wells at the top of the spire. And there are teleportation circles, which if you know the code for the teleportation circle, you can access it from the outside. That like one spot inside the academy doesn't have the total dimension blocking spells on it. But you have to know the code, you have to know the sigil in order to cast it. And in most cases, you have defenses all around that. So if the academy ever gives away teleportation circles, they teleport you to the causeway. So you still have to go through security. But you guys know of a couple that are like in Tarselmore Hall and stuff like that.
Isn't there some in the Undercroft too?
I don't think there's teleportation circles in the Undercroft. There are a couple of thin places that some people have learned how to pass through. Sventisco was taught by Kepesk of a couple of sneaky little places where there's some magical interference and you can push your way through.
However, those are going to be of less use when the cube comes up, because the cube presumably won't have the same weak spaces.
Correct. The cube won't be thousands of years old, for starters.
So everyone is forced to go to the causeway, except isn't there? You said there's teleportation circles in the school.
Yeah, like you guys know the sigil for a teleportation circle in Tarselmore Hall. And even though the whole school is blocked from dimensional travel, that circle is the exception. Those circles are the exception. But unless somebody knows the pattern, the code for them, they can't access them.
Can we like rekey our home? So,
It takes a
like,
year. So yes,
to
but
redo a teleportation circle?
yes, the way that teleportation circle works, to create a new teleportation circle, you cast it every single day for a year in the same spot.
Oh.
Big magic takes time.
Local IT manager has migraine and taking a year for one employee to change their password. And it becomes password 2.
Has there been any security issues with those teleportation circles?
Not that any of you are aware of. There's also some simple ways to block them. Like if you put a sheet of lead on top of it, like a circular seal of lead, you just sort of cover up the teleportation circle. No one can teleport there.
Why don't we just have this? Why don't we just have lids for our doors?
Nobody ever implemented it because they actually were kept secret for so long.
Oh.
We found a bunch of secret. For one we know of in Tarsimore Hall is in the back of the records office.
Yeah.
That no one ever goes into.
Mm-hmm.
I think we found it by accident. I think it was hidden behind a fake door.
It was a secret door, and I think you were back there like trying to get into files to read something or hide a corpse. It was one of those two.
Yeah, I think it was when we were trying to hide a corpse.
That happens.
I forget whose corpse it was, but rest in peace, random guy.
F.
But yeah, maybe it's time to requisition some lead circles for Garnet's paranoia.
Dude, I don't want to make this big ass box and then it's like, oh, here's a little vulnerability, and I get Louvre.
Aren't you part French?
Yeah, it's pronounced Louvre,
Louvre.
but I don't know how the English say it.
Less phlegm.
Or
Louvre.
That fucking French pyramid, innit?
Fucking French. All right, it seems like a banger idea. What other women are we dating? Are we...
From one dong to another.
Before we go on with that, the plan was to take Saura to Irilek, correct?
Oh no, Garnish just put lead on top of a teleportation.
Oh god.
Well, again, they can go in through the causeway teleportation circles, like the public security passageways. That's still fine. And they can have lead blockers for emergencies to like go into lockdown mode, but those are open most of the time because they're guarded. The reason I brought up Irilek is to ask if Garnet has any business in Irilek.
Want to go talk to any gods on the Skype mirror?
Oh, I forgot what I thought. Yeah.
But Ariana lives as well.
I was gonna want to interact with her, but if she's not here, then
You can off camera
That's
say
weird.
that you go hang out with her.
I'd be down. Yeah.
Okay. And do you want to use the veil?
Are we all Skype calling?
If you choose to, you may ask to use the veil, and I will allow it because it's cool, and also there's good enough reasons for that to be done.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Okay.
Yeah, just give me like some little toys on the side, and I'll be like la la la, and then you guys can go to your solo scene.
Here's your action figures. Have fun. All
Leave
right.
Garnet alone. She's in the car. The windows are rolled down. The AC is on.
She is
has
listening.
her favorite dino toys.
Okay. Saura Antumler. Boop. There she is. She is the Traor of Emberheart, which in common tongue, which is the month dedicated to Nis, the sole scion of Sin. Say that 5 times fast. And by sole scion, I mean Sin alone created that titan. Whereas Zalar and Sirocco were created by Vindur and Sin together. Each titan has like 1, or in Vindur's case, 4 scion that they alone made. And Nis is the inner flame. She is the one who is an expert cook. Loves, she's the one that you had the saffron for. She's the one who wanted to see Irilek. Why don't you go ahead and start as she arrives? Because she's going to the school and you're going from the school to Irilek. Give me an insight check.
Okay. I go to meet her at the causeway, of course.
Any
13.
juice, or are we letting it ride there?
I'll let it ride here.
Okay. She is pretty good at the political game of keeping a poker face, keeping calm, not being unassuming, but definitely not giving away anything that she doesn't have to. Do you have anything planned for? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It's lovely to see you again.
This is your
before we go to-
academy. Oh. Alpha
Yeah,
Magic.
It's one of the best bits of Alpha architecture. Underwood's pretty good as well. Maybe get to see it one day. Is there anything you'd like to see here before we go to Irilek?
Is there anything you think is worth seeing?
Depends on what kind of things strike your fancy. Cove is quite beautiful. I don't know if you've traveled to an ocean before, or even a pseudo ocean.
I have never walked the shores of the endless ocean, nor of the Solok to the north. You lead the way. Where you go, I will follow today.
Oh, I got you a gift as well. We were up in the mountains of Oryx for Mantra to do a spiritual pilgrimage, and I found some of this. Athalor offers her the little canvas baggie with the Oryxian saffron in it.
She takes it, opens it, wafts it towards her, looks at it. Thank you.
I think maybe the Cove later. Let's go for Irilek first. After all, better to see the real ocean of the imitation. If I'm correct, Irilek is an island, right?
Yes, it is an island in the middle of the ocean, a far ocean on the other side of the planet.
Is there anything climate-wise? Will she need a shawl, jacket, or anything?
No, it's pretty equatorial, all things considered.
Okay. I don't need to get her anything for surviving this.
Garnet, are you just like, hey, I'll be coming along with you. Don't worry about me. Just hopping on the teleport. How's it going?
Sure.
All right.
talk to some gods, say hello to some old friends.
You pass through the teleportation circle, that familiar sensation of the gravity dropping out beneath you and the endless nothingness around you for the flash, a blink of an eye, too fast for you to even see, barely enough for you to feel. And then the sweet ocean breeze of Irilek is once more upon you. The islands almost forming a natural barrier. Ships, beautiful ships of all different make, passing back, and more boats really, not huge ships, very few huge ships, passing back and forth between the islands, bridges, open architecture, monasteries, training halls, warriors practicing on the shoals and the cliffs, and that sense of focus inherent to this place. Give me a performance check to be a good tour guide.
Okay. This one I will spend an inspiration on.
Okay.
And I'll give myself some guidance first as well. Just like, you know, psyching himself up.
Right. 17.
17. Guidance for guidance, I guess.
You show her around some of the... You don't know a lot about the entire architecture of this place. You've mostly been to the place where the godlings, the potential mantle bearers, are training, and the holy island at the middle of the place. The gigantic block of... Roll an intelligence check.
An intelligence check, okay. 22.
The central island in which the god veil can be found, it floats and it's anchored. I think we mentioned this before. It floats above the water and it's anchored to some of the nearby islands by chains. It's made of marble. It almost reminds you of the marble of the far shore that you saw when you were dead. It's reminiscent of it. Not identical.
This place might be, despite being one of the most remote, one of the most important places left unblemished in the world. One of the godlings here might well one day pick up the mantle of Erakura.
The Sovereign of Stone. Really?
One would hope eventually. The world can't be left down to 3 sovereigns forever.
Can't it?
It shouldn't be.
That's a different word entirely. You think one of these mortals, are they demigods? Are they born of divine blood? What sets them apart?
I think some of the senseis here have a good measure of what makes one viable to receive a mantle of power. One of my friends here, I think, was the long-lost progenitor of an ancient kingly bloodline, but I think that the reason they're here on Irilek is beyond what makes them viable for the mantles, to make them people who should bear them.
Also a different phrasing entirely. Who are you here to see?
Ooh, did she ask me?
Yeah.
I'm here to see you discover this.
She doesn't say anything, but a slight smile lets you know that that was the correct answer. As the two of you approach the Veil of the Gods and are ushered in by the sword-wielding warrior monks of Irilek. Only one is allowed in the chamber each time, and as you stand in those catacombs beneath that cold, marble surrounding you like a tomb, lit by flickering spells so that no scorch or soot might stain the walls or the ceiling. The guard standing outside looks at her, nods, looks at you. Is your friend here today?
Well, Garnet's here, but not that friend.
Good. And opens the door for you. The three of you may go in any order that you please. So, Lemon, if you're still cooking, talking to a god.
I don't have nothing right now. You guys can
All right.
go.
All right. She's going to go by herself. So, Athalor, do you want to see anybody here? Because her scene is going to be pretty much off camera.
Obviously, Athalor will let her go first. Move out of her way.
All right. She steps through, and the two of you are left in the corridor. You know from past experience that unless people yell, she won't be able to hear you while she's in there.
I think I'm doing okay.
Garnet's like got calculations running through her head. She's still thinking about in character too.
Yeah, doing great. She hasn't left.
I mean, that's a plus.
Have you narrowed it down?
I don't think so. I'm trying to figure out like who receives which of the gifts. I think that's a test all in itself. Weirdly, I think that Grian seems to be the right recipient for the spirit echo of a dragon instead of a hunter, who was my initial choice. But Grian seems to care more about might and power. So that's as far as I've made it there. And what about your shadow box? What are you thinking?
Still trying to think about the causeway and how to get people in and out, but feel pretty good about the protections in place, and kind of have to figure it out once it's being made, one wall at a time. We'll have to test it, I guess.
Why not just make it so that the entire area inside the sphere can become, inside the cube, can become incorporeal or disappear when needed? That'd be pretty effective defense, right?
Yeah, but I don't want it to mess with the sphere at all.
True.
Try not to mess things up. But yeah. Once we get back to the school, Athalor, we can talk more to smart people about it. But today is a day to relax with the girls. Right?
It is indeed Girls' Day and me.
You're part of the girls.
Do you think Ariana feels weird that I'm here on a date? Nah.
Has she written to you at all since she left?
I mean, we've a little bit, but not like. I think you guys write more. I've spoken more with NPC who liked it. I can't remember.
Kafka. Not Kafka.
Kodka?
Yeah, that's one.
Kodka. I'd spoken more with Kodka.
Oh.
I wonder if he feels weird that I'm on a date. Yeah.
You're so popular.
Says you?
Says I don't have 5 dates in a row lined up.
Yeah, well, you already had your marital partner prescribed to you beforehand.
Yeah, well, that wasn't my idea.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I did bring this one on myself. So.
You're really sure about all this?
Not at all.
Why are you doing this?
Because I had to.
Says who?
Says me. This is what I chose to do to try and protect Underwood. And I'm sure if Bronte was at risk, you would do extreme things as well. I'm just lucky that mine is more dating show than flesh sacrifice.
Well, if you want me to build a void box for Underwood, I could do that too. This could be a really great prototype here, and it'll be even better for yours.
I think my people might crucify me. I'll bear it in mind. Thanks, Ghana.
No problem. She done yet?
A few minutes later, she emerges.
Okay. What's taking so long? Hurry up.
Just talking to gods, no big.
Yeah, she's chilling.
When she emerges, Garnet, roll an insight. I'll let both of you roll an insight check because shit has changed.
Ooh. 18 or 22.
Zip. It's very hard to get anything out of. She doesn't even look like someone who just talked to a god. But maybe she's holding her head just a little bit higher now.
So how was it?
Direct.
Really? Usually they like speak in poems or something.
That can be a rarity.
Yes, but rarely does the inner flame actually speak at all.
Oh, she talked to Bahat. I'll go. I suppose I'll go next, if that's okay.
Yeah. She'll stand awkwardly next to the girl. And...
Just a pair of princesses princessing out.
So how many suitors do you
walks
have?
into the-
Suitors?
I thought causes he enters. At least 2.
Oh, girls got options. What about you? What's
I
your
don't permit
roster
it.
looking like?
I don't normally permit it.
Having options?
No, being courted.
No, isn't that fun?
I take a long time to make up my mind, and then once I've made up my mind, I don't need a babble of fools trying to convince me otherwise.
Well, if it helps, he's taken a really long time to decide as well. Not that you're not fantastic, but he wants to be as sure about you as you are about him.
Well, what is it that he needs to be sure about?
Well, you're going to be spending the rest of your lives together. There's a lot of things. And he's going to need my approval too. She kind of grins.
For a moment, she just looks at you and then, oh, yes.
She kind of stands there with her arms crossed and will stay quiet.
And what does or does not merit your approval? Garnet Tosaka.
She's talking at you now.
What kind of tone is she giving me? A
roll
funny
an insight
one or
check.
serious?
Roll an insight check. She is.
I'm lucky dicing this. We're having a dick measuring contest right now.
Okay. She is gently teasing, but also just wants to get to know you.
So it's not like a weird intimidation tactic?
It's not. She does not feel intimidated by you.
Wait, which one is this again?
Saura.
The white-haired one. With the big
Can I get a vibe check on
eyes.
her, like, a magical strength, or do I don't know if that's like a roll or if I can just...
Roll an intelligence check, but I won't tell you which one it is. She's a cleric. Of Nice, the inner flame. And as such, it's difficult to get a measure on what kind of magical power she has. But that power, in an odd way, yes, it stems from a god, but it also stems from within herself, because that is what Nice teaches, to find the spark of divinity within the self and learn how to channel its power. She's not squaring off with you. You get the feeling...
She feels squared off.
That's fine. You're allowed to. You get the feeling she bears a mantle of power. Like, she has low tier god. Oh, that you should now. Not low tier god.
That would certainly be a way to square up together.
She has minor divine powers. She's not a god, but she has minor divine powers. And she's a cleric, so she wields divine magic. You get the impression you've killed gods before. You could take her in a fight, probably. But you feel that way about most things.
And what did she say? What do I need
You said
for approval?
you need her approval, and she's like, so what merits your approval? And then she used your power word.
Kind of looking off in the distance, thinking about it, side-eye her, look her up or down, look back towards where Athalor went. I said, I have really high standards. And that's it.
She sort of leans in with a silent which are on her face. Do you just no-sell it?
And what have you accomplished?
Good question. My people have not been tested like yours have for a very, very long time. The sacrifices made by the 4 queens of old and all those who died in Snor's invasion and those who died by the hands of their own kin, that blood has reaped a harvest of peace and prosperity. I have no fabled deeds such as yours. My accomplishments have taken place largely within the halls of my own soul and the well-being of the people I rule. I've not done the things you've done. Perhaps you've not done those.
Well, whoever he chooses better be strong enough, because I don't like cleaning up messes.
What do you call strength?
Well, magic. Which clerics, no offense, aren't great at the whole arcane devastation part.
We tend to subcontract that out.
Oh, I know all about that. That's where I come in.
She doesn't say anything after that. Goes into one of those long elvish pauses.
And she'll just also stand there, like, cross-armed and just, like, waiting for Athalor impatiently.
Meanwhile, Athalor, do you know who you want to talk to?
Yeah, just check in with Rialta again, I suppose, see if she answers.
All right. Yeah, the door, when you knock on the door and say her name, it opens into beautiful velvety darkness in which a figure of pearly light, vague, you've looked upon her actual real face. This is not that. This is a veil, as if seeing her through a veil, but you would recognize her anywhere. And you know with this spell, you have 5 questions.
Arthur didn't really have a question as much as he wanted to just break for loneliness.
You feel the comfort of her presence. She doesn't say anything in this form of contact. And you know, having touched her light before, that this veiled interaction commands a sliver of her consciousness. That even as this presence is manifested to you, still she is guiding the pearl through the night, shooting down the demons that fly up from below, sharing her light and her power with clerics and others all over the world at the exact same time. But you also know that does not mean that this sliver of her attention is not sincere. The spell, the effect lasts for 10 minutes. So you can just stand there in silence for 10 minutes and there are no awkward pauses with gods.
Yeah, true.
You'll just be bathing in sort of her reassuring radiance if you don't have anything to ask.
Yeah, Athel just looks over like, I know I usually come seeking answers from you, but I thought today maybe better that I give company to the one who flies through the night sky, ever alone. Athel just stays with her for a while.
And for that time, neither of you are alone, no matter what Seosh would say. And when the 10 minutes is up and you go back through the door, however long you may linger, the vibes are weird. Roll an insight check.
Vibe check on the pair. Insight is 13.
Saura seems fine, calm. Garnet, what does he get with a 13?
Oh shit. My arms are crossed. I'm waiting for you impatiently. I'm not mad, not happy, just no longer, you can tell I'm no longer thinking about the void box calculation.
Everyone okay?
Yeah, how'd your talk go?
Not too bad, just checked in with Realtor as usual.
Good things.
The pearl remains safe. My purpose
Okay.
still isn't clear.
Just
You're
kinda
gonna chat
walks
to
up and
the big bird?
well, don't make out too hard out there while I'm gone. And walks into the door past you, kind of in a hurry.
Looking at that stunning conversationalist, I know.
Saura reaches over and takes your hand.
Athol blushes heavily.
Her hand is strong, but quite soft and warm, very warm. As she takes your hand, it's a very like flagrant gesture almost. It's very simple, very like not thoughtless, but very light. Looks at your reaction for a moment, just sort of gets the gauge of it. You care for each other.
A huge amount.
Yes. Through fire and blood and darkness.
I jumped into the abyss on the chance that I could pull her out, knowing whether or not it would be true.
And you did?
I think a few times.
She goes back to just thinking or whatever she was up to, but does not let go of your hand.
Floor is, I wouldn't say comfortable to hold the hand, but enjoying it.
All right. And again,
very teenage boy, like, this is happening.
Another elvish pause ensues. Garnet, inside the chamber of the veil, who do you wish to invoke?
She like walks in and she's just still like almost thunder stomping in there, just not even wanting to be there anymore. And now that she's been taken out of her calculation zone and now has to pay attention to being a third wheel, it is no longer a fun day. Kind of looks up and let's see if this works. Myrick.
The veil does nothing. It remains solid stone.
Waits a moment just in case it has to load, and
it's buffering.
Seosh, the Herald.
Oh, good ones.
Alexander.
Please don't call Alexander. I'd have to get Crowan in here to answer questions on his behalf.
Wait, so it actually communicates with the person, right? It's not just like a weird image that's not them.
Yeah, it actually is them. But it's through a veil, so it's not like face to face.
Hey, bitch.
Guess who's back?
I got a good one. Fitting for the moment. Hatterai.
This bitch.
This bitch.
For lying the witch and the audacity of this bitch.
Okay. The veil parts, and a tall, slender, elegant figure, seen vaguely, as one would through a veil, turns to regard the door. You can't make out any facial features, but there's very much like a Because that's not a question, he says nothing.
Does he acknowledge or he's just there?
Still looking.
Where you been?
Where your bitch ass at?
Where you been? This is teenager mode activated.
Don't think he can lie. But his questions aren't necessarily clear or direct.
I've been of the following grid coordinates.
Beneath the waters.
Wait, out of character, does he know that mom died?
Yes.
Okay. What do you look for in a stepdaughter or a daughter-in-law? That's the one. What do you look for in a daughter-in-law?
Ambition, brilliance, excellence, cunning, and that's all he has to say. Ambition, brilliance, excellence, and cunning.
Okay.
That's a rule of three, not rule of three and one synonym.
I did not see this one coming, I'll tell you that much.
I'm just fucking around.
That's fine. No, I love it. I love it. It's fun.
What's Athelra's mom's name again? I'm blanking.
is Nivara.
Hmm. I don't want to. I don't want to stir that pot yet. I don't want to stir that pot yet.
I don't want to stir that pot yet, bitch. You call my dad.
Here, I'll say. Back to the other question of the daughter-in-law. Yeah, and what else? What else matters?
She cares for my son. He would have said they care for my son. They want the best for my son.
Okay, whatever. Just is done with the questions after 3 and just like walks out.
And for 10 minutes, Hatterai's just standing there like, what the hell?
What the hell?
What's weirder, when the voices start or when the voices stop?
When you emerge, unless Athalor hastily lets go, they are holding hands in elvish silence.
How did it go?
I'm done early. Only had a couple questions.
Oh, cool.
And whose wisdom did you seek?
Oh, you know, I feel like everyone kept their secrets. No one. Who did you talk to again? Staring at the girl.
The inner flame.
Oh.
He spoke with Rialta.
Oh, I spoke with his dad.
You. My dad?
Yeah, I was just curious.
Hadarai on Androot.
Why?
Oh, you know his name. Yeah. Just was curious if he was still alive. 1. 2, I tried asking him where he was underwater. Weird. And 3, I asked him what kind of daughter-in-law he would want.
What?
I thought that would be funny. I don't even know if that thing is real. Are we going
I'm
back?
going to assume he was alive.
Yeah. We showed up in the thing.
Keep in mind, the veil does not require someone to be alive. It didn't talk to Mirror because he doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, yeah.
And can the mirror talk to can the veil talk to mirror clones? For anyone who might be quite paranoid about their parental status.
Well, good for you. He does not care if the person you choose has power or title or anything, as long as they care about you and are excellent and ambitious.
Lord glances at Saura.
Which is good since just cleric and biological daughter, whatever is going on there. You know, no titles, no power, doesn't matter. As long as you two love each other and really care for each other, that's all he cares about.
Your focus on your work is evident. I'm sure it has borne a great deal of fruit.
It's at least nice of him to say that. Did he mention her at all?
I didn't think it would be good to ask. And I guess we only get one call, so thought that Hatterai would be more relevant.
Yeah, makes sense.
I
Time to go
don't
see
suppose
Ariana?
you asked him what he's planning to do.
Oh, it seemed the focus of today was about going on several dates. The time for cracking evil doing shall come another time. But we could always come back and ask. Or send him a letter. Or sending. I did try to evoke Merrick, to be fair, so my first choice was not available.
And it didn't work. I guess that's good
I
news.
just want to make sure he got actually obliterated, since some people pass and don't pass through, and I just wanted to triple check.
Reasonable course of action. Yeah.
Garnet, roll a deception check for me, please. Unless you're like not trying. Okay.
What am I deceiving about?
The vibes that you're presenting.
Oh.
Your motivations, your teenage emotions, and so on and so forth. You don't have to elaborate. The dice will speak for themselves, I think.
I just thought that would be good air to clear for everybody, so that we don't feel like there's expectations or pressure or a timeline, or really that you have to pick at all / right now, or that, you point gestures to her, that you feel like you have to accept him either.
Thank you. I don't have
Great.
to.
I think you might be a bit more brave about telling your mum than me that we don't accept the timeline.
Well, you elves live a long time.
The only timeline that you have is to decide who receives which gift. My mother has said nothing else.
Oh, I think I misunderstood what went with the gift.
It's a gift and nothing more. Roll a persuasion check, please, Athalor. Not Garnet, unless you have something specifically to say here.
23.
Your people, they are not, even now, beleaguered. They lie under a great threat, but the enemy is not at their gates. They have repelled Ithgos's armies, yes?
Yes, as far as we know, but
yes,
Ithgos is always in flux.
My mother, the queen, is in no hurry for this arrangement. And she does take some delight in being obtuse, in setting riddles before you.
I'm not the best riddle solver.
She takes delight in that as well. Garnet is right to say that we should not feel bound by anything. And I urge you to look for hints of wicked glee in her visage and her actions. No malice, but not everything that my mother does is moved by wisdom.
Damn.
Is whimsy passed down in the Antumler line?
Perhaps in the middle of one's life, as some mortals lose their hair, some Huldra become mischievous. I'll tell you in a century.
forward to it. Athor looks over to Garnet. You want to go see Ariana?
Yeah.
She finally lets go of your hand, by the way.
I think we'll be on the beach when you're done. I'm going to show Sarah something she's never seen before.
Sweet. Have fun. And just turns and walks off and goes to find Ariana.
I know that you're pretty committed to the sin hierarchy. You can enjoy the Water Sovereign's embrace for a couple minutes without it being too much, right?
They are not foes. Meanwhile, Lurkale, in Garnet's own voice, says something she's never seen before. I certainly hope he doesn't mean what it sounds like he means.
What?
Nothing.
Shut up.
I mean, obviously, I'm not thinking of anything, so there must not be anything.
Don't make it more confusing.
She'll stand there and sort of like walk down into the, and let the, in the low tide, and just like let the water slosh up to her ankles and just taste a bit of that sea air. And again, elf, so she's content to just stand there soaking it up in quietude for the most part.
I take it as like, apart from other islands, is there like an island chain or a singular island?
Chain. It's like an archipelago. There's a whole bunch of islands.
I wonder who first discovered these. It will have been a time before.
The genies.
I knew a Marid once. It was called Dubasif. They were bound by Ioth in some rune circle at one of our early classrooms at the academy.
Is that
They were
something he did
responsible-
regularly?
Binding Marid in rune circles?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think these two were ancient foes.
Well, one should know better than to cross a child of Luminius, but perhaps even his kind were young back then.
I imagine either way could cross anyone. Dubasif was notoriously egomaniacal, as Marid sometimes tend to be.
She looks out over the water and says, I said no such thing. And then turns back to you. She's joking, but like not, elbow jabbing, just sort of like a slight little tee-hee smirk. You're the one who's going to get smote. Tee-hee.
Would not be the first time that I've incurred a more pedantic wrath from the Sovereign of the Seas. When Garnet mentioned talking to my father, you asked after him how much of the Underwoody court drama has penetrated into Tumlair.
It's spoken of in court. Those who live beneath the boughs of the trees care not for such things. If they've even heard the name Underwood, it passed through their heads like sand through the fingers. But amongst the Traors and the Queens, our Alfarkin are known. And as soon as Hatterai's son offered his hand in exchange for an alliance to myself or one of my fellow guides, it became very much in my interest to know as much about him as I could. There is still much that I don't know, which it may or may not be wise for you to share.
I don't know what would be politically apt. Feels like everyone I know these days knows all the warts of my family.
May seem like that. There must still be secrets kept in the treasure or darkness of your heart that others have not partaken of. Things that remain sacred to you, whether they be memories of joy or pain, moments that were shared with nobody else.
What's your favorite memory of the Vale?
There was a wildfire. They do happen. They're necessary. The power of my mother and the other queens keeps them in check, so they burn nothing more than what they must burn. But the sky that night, as the sun set over my home, I will never forget.
I do have a memory of a sky, though I think far less gladly remembered.
Then tell me your favorite memory from your home, like for like.
My favorite memory from Underwood isn't a time or an event. It's the background vibration of the place. Underwood exists on a dime between the other world and the mortal plane, and almost feels like the entire city constantly is rumbling, bashing against the planes of what is other and what is real. And I miss that when I'm away. My mother, before I left for the academy, made me a box that simulated that kind of vibration. It just kind of, I guess, shook in place, but so minutely that it wouldn't be loud or disturbing. There was that same fuzz. I miss the fuzz of Underwood.
Is it an angry fuzz? You said it bashes against the walls. Is it trapped? Is it scared?
I think it does have an inherent anger. It's like a river. And it will flow one way or another. That you can guide it, you can calm it, you can try and create less steep of an incline so that perhaps it could be easy to cross, or place it like a waterfall that's impossible to try and navigate without brutal danger.
I've never known an angry river, but I have heard the eternal roar of a waterfall. And that's likely the closest I could come to understanding. Do you mean to rule?
Not really. I focused myself in on concentrating on my current circumstances to make it so that one day someone could rule an Underwood that's safer. I mean, I know that Garnet can be a bit prickly, but I think that alongside her, alongside Mantra, I have the best chance of doing something not just for Underwood, but for all of the peaceful people of the world. To lead a fight they can't take themselves.
Give me an insight check, please.
$17. Like, I don't mean to rule it out and say, oh no, I'd never rule, but I would rather Underwood be full of people who felt the rule was just and safe. And if they don't feel that, then I still have work to do out here.
If you don't mean to rule Athalor, then why would your hand in marriage be worth anything to seal an alliance?
Name can still hold weight. Attached to a child, perhaps, but I don't have the expertise in machinations that your mother does. And I don't know the value of my hand. I simply offered it that perhaps my nation doomed to burn could find some solace. It wasn't about whether I thought it had the value. It's that I thought maybe someone else would believe it.
I can see why they would. Athalor, if my mother learns that you are not set upon the rulership of Onderud, she may lose interest in this entire affair.
May I request the mischief of a secret between us?
That gets like an actual smile out of her. And her equivalent of what secret? I didn't hear anything, is to just look back out over the water. But it was very much a yes.
Athalor attempts the counter silent handhold.
All right. And she accepts.
Elven time.
Elven time. Diddly-diddly-dee. All right. Do we want to cut to after Garnet has hung out with Ariana and everyone's meeting up to go back home?
Yeah.
As you are gathering up to go to the teleportation circle, the sky is clear, but you see a flash of light. And you hear the rumble of thunder. This is not a place that takes such omens lightly, and so all of Irilek, with their elemental attunement and their knowledge of these things, is immediately on alert. And as your eyes drawn up towards the sky, from the bright blue, sunny dome of heaven, as if pouring through a hole in it, is a very rumbly, dark storm cloud. Just like, not a big one. It just boom, boom. And you see something falling out of it, sort of trailing a little bit of the cloud with it as it goes, but quickly casting it off. I'd like you both to roll perception checks, please.
Is this thing gonna be green?
Fuck you. Fuck you. It's green.
I'm not a. What's happening? What is green?
You'll know in a sec.
Oh, okay.
Athlor, you see a green armored figure plummeting from the Sky Kingdom directly towards you.
Shit. Athalor tries to drag Saura under something sturdy before going back out into the open.
All right. Garnet, what do you do?
Do I see a green art, or do I see anything with 11?
You see something falling.
It's a fucking green knight from the bow.
What the? What did we make him do again?
He went after the golden bow in the Stormfather's garden.
We should go say hi.
I think he's coming to us.
Yeah, he's rapidly falling towards you.
Do you happen to have that ring of Featherfall?
Nope.
Anyone here know how to cast Featherfall?
Yeah, Kotka happens to be lurking nearby because Ariana was there and he's training in the same place, you know. Easy. What is that?
A person.
Oh. All right. Kotka is at the ready. His bird Kelvius is on his shoulder, looks at the two of you and sort of... And as the Green Knight plummets towards the ground, Kotka throws up his hands and a sort of a cushion of air blows upwards. And it's not merely by the physical force, but it magically drifts away some of the momentum. And the Green Knight drifts the last 60 feet down to the ground, falling upon the sand and lying motionless.
I rush on over and try and pull up the visor.
Eyes are shut, and there are significant signs of electrical burning.
Oh boy. Walks over and tries to hit him with a healing hand.
Okay. There is nothing to heal. He is dead.
Yeah, this isn't working.
Then he's...
Damn, what a way to crush your date, literally. I didn't do it.
Stormcloud's still there.
Yes, though it's kind of like pulling back inside.
He doesn't seem to be sending a follow-up.
Saura walks over. Who is this?
This is the Green Knight. He was defeated in a contest of skill in a place called the Golden Bow, and tasked with recovering a branch of the Golden Bow from Stormfather's garden.
And perished in the attempt.
It seems so.
Does his life mean anything to you? Quickly.
He was an honorable man.
She looks over at Garnet.
We call him the Green Knight and not by an actual name, if that helps.
And she casts Revivify. She
kneels down, sprinkles diamond dust over him, and like slaps his heart, and a little burst of fire flickers inside her hand. For a moment, you can kind of see the bones and the veins. Translucent, glowing red is her hand with this inner flame as she passes it through into the Green Knight's body. And now I'm going to see if that spell actually works.
There's a roll you need to do for that?
No, he is a fae, not a humanoid, so I need to see if it works on him. A creature that has died within the last minute. So
give him a touch of space. Happy landing, Sir Knight.
he reaches his hand towards you, his gauntleted hand shaking, and he opens it. And there's a single glistening golden flower inside of it.
You succeeded in your quest.
I have failed. You asked me to bring you a golden bough, a cutting from the tree, and I return with only this.
Yet you've achieved more than any mortal could possibly hope to.
I am no mortal.
Can this flower have seeds?
Potential. The flower does not have seeds, but it might be plantable, oddly enough. However, nobody has ever successfully grown a golden tree. It always grows up as a silver tree, which is still very good to have, but it has never been accomplished successfully. Sarah's looking at the flower in his hand, and she doesn't say it, but her like slightly raised eyebrows, which might as well on her poker face be a holy shit, says that she knows what that is.
Since Ariana was maybe nearby, I can call her over to like, so they know how to carefully handle it, because she doesn't want to touch it and break it
If
accidentally.
anyone can possibly do it when it's never been done before, it's Ariana.
Oh, right place for this to happen.
I wasn't necessarily planning it for it to be here, because the magic of the quest he was on was just going to have him come back to you wherever you were, but this worked out nicely.
Athel leans into it. Whether you consider this a success or a failure, I can say that without a doubt you are released from your charge. You have fulfilled your quest and then some, Sir Knight.
When my strength returns, perhaps I will come back and test yours again.
I want to watch.
We may one day meet him about once again.
I'm not allowed there. Can you guys fight somewhere else?
Yeah, yes, that's not a specific rule of any kind. The Green Knight gets up, has 1 hit point.
Bro's just got like his arm hanging off, like, yeah, I'm good.
Just like
He's but a
picks
flesh
up.
wound.
What did Mama Shimada just do? Oh,
1 HP of damage, perhaps.
no, she played a Tempest card.
Oh boy! I striked him down again. I said that bitch is dead.
That's diabolical.
No, I know how I'll do this.
The thunder cannon.
I know how I'll do this. All right, and then he's just gonna like start walking off. By his own nature, he will find a way back to the other world, somewhere around here.
Sure, there's an otherworld portal somewhere on Irelak.
Everyone's just looking at him like, "Oh, Green Knight, crazy."
He's like a mythical figure, right?
Yes, he's not the Green Knight. He is a Green Knight.
Yeah.
So the people, the incredibly well-learned in the ways of the Four Kingdoms, people of Irelak would pretty quickly be like, that's a Green Knight. What's he doing here?
I guess I'd look back to the flower, which I assume Garnet got, and got to Ariana. What does a silver tree do?
Sara will say a silver tree has great healing powers, and where its roots grow, evil cannot tread.
Well, that seems useful.
Where the godlings stay is a fantastic place for it.
They take a very long time to grow. The first one that was known of here was brought out of the oceans of the otherworld by the great Fey Fathers who came to Debrook, the place now called Debrook, long ago. Him, his son, and his 3 granddaughters, the Lady Rowan, Neve of the Golden Hair. This is a rare thing.
I didn't imagine they would be successful in...
He did pay for it with his life.
It would appear that you've refunded it. Thank you.
All right, now is everyone ready to go home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so our party teleports home. Athalor, having completed all 3 of his dates, learned a little bit about the political situation of what's going on, and that the queen has some expectations if this marriage is to do anything for an alliance. Garnet projected some energy and randomly called up Hatterai and asked 60% of the available questions. And we got a golden flower and talked about void boxes and shadow dick jutsu.
Hey.
I feel like that's just about everything for one session. Do the 2 of you have anything else?
I'm pretty good.
Oh, dicks. Causeway dicks.
Yeah, that's... Thank you,
Causeway
everyone.
dicks.
Bye.
Night.
Shadow Cock.